Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how are we today? I really hope we are doing what we can to stay strong throughout these tough times. But of course, at the same time, we are back again with another Miss Alexandra Rodriguez video. But with that being said though, this video is the most requested video to date. It's actually berserk. And you know, when I say berserk, I mean berserk as in I can feel the frustration, I can feel the upset, I can feel the pain through every single person that reached out to me because they want this video to be made today. So many DMs and so many emails. But at the same time, before we begin, let's start off by giving a big massive shout out to every single person that is a member of the channel so far, including every single person that is a subscriber as we continue to grow. And of course, if you like the content, maybe you subscribe throughout the video. Maybe later on you might want to join. I don't know. But either way, give it a chance. Now, talking about giving it a chance, before I even get into this video, ladies and gentlemen, one thing that I want to advise, if you can please, is try and comment at the end of each video that I make, please. Because the most recent video that I made about Mr. Ray Vargas, I noticed that there was people who watched maybe a minute of the video, maybe even the first 5 minutes of the video, commented, and then that was it. And the saddest thing is that the comments that they made realistically they were irrelevant to the video because they didn't finish the whole thing. And the reason I said is because sometimes, well, not even sometimes, whenever I do a reaction to someone, I treat it as if I'm having a conversation, so I react to what they say when they say it. And then if they say something that then covers up what they're saying, I'll then be like, hold on a minute, I think I jumped the gun. And then I'll say, you know what, okay, I got it now. And that's something that actually happened in that video. But the people that jumped to make their comments, they missed that part. But of course, each is of their own. But at the same time though, should you comment throughout the video? Absolutely. Because if you make one comment, and then you realize I say something else, you can then make another comment. Either way, at least the comments you're making are building up to the full picture of whatever the video that I've made. And let's keep it 100, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it 100, ladies and gentlemen. Have I not been able to create some form of credibility over the time I've been on YouTube now in terms of the content that I've delivered for you, with all the evidence that I always bring and the fact that I always bring in the full picture at the end? Come on. But listen, end of the day, we are all entitled to behave however we want to behave and do what we want to do, because at the end of the day, we are individuals, and I get it. But that is just my advice, okay? But with that being said, though, let's get into Miss Alexandra Rodriguez. Now, I'm going to first start off with the video that was emailed to me today, okay? And this is one hell of an interesting video.
Love to hate on celebrities for the plastic surgery they get. But did you ever think maybe it is
So first and foremost, she talks about love to hate on celebrities for the plastic surgery that they get.
Society's fault for the unrealistic beauty standards, and that these people end up feeling pressured and bullied and so.
I mean, there's a fine line with feeling pressured to, I don't know, doing something and they're not telling anyone. Or is that just me? No, I'm sure there's a fine line between doing something without telling anyone, but okay.
Bad about themselves that they get the plastic surgery, then they end up getting hated for getting it.
I mean, I don't really know how you can actually get hated for getting plastic surgery when you haven't actually owned up to getting it. And to be honest with you, people don't really get hated that much. I mean, it depends who you are. It depends who you are. But to be honest with you, let's forget about everyone else. We're going to keep this on topic. And the topic is Miss Alexandra Rodriguez. The matter of fact is, ain't nobody ever reached out to me, and including myself, has ever hated on this woman getting plastic surgery. Absolutely not. People have just been upset. And let's remove the word hate. No one has ever hated. That have reached out to me or has been a part of the conversation, including myself. But the word that I'm going to use is that people have been upset that there's been information that's been missing from a stomach that just evaporated. And there is a fine line between that and whatever she's talking about. But I know for a fact that a lot of people were pretty much upset with the fact that she referred to herself as a celebrity. I mean, listen, in her own right, is she a YouTube celebrity? Maybe. I don't know. It depends on what your criteria is of a YouTube celebrity, but I understand the frustration. And obviously people use her using this as a way to kind of come at people for da-da-da-da-da. But either way, regardless how she wants to look at it, how other people want to look at it, the bottom line is this. There is no hate here. People are just upset and feel disrespected. They feel like a loyalty has been broken, a bond has been broken, a fearless tribe has been snapped in half. Why? Because the leader done something and didn't even want to be honest about it. And that's the difference there. Do you see what I'm saying? But listen, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to the main thing that has happened today. The one that people have been coming at me for the longest today to find out. And this Well, here we go. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, today, this is what happened. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a portion of this. And then after that, I'm going to remove myself from the screen for a space of 2 seconds. And you can use that 2-second gap to pause the screen so you can read the comments yourself, of course, if you want to read them and analyze them for yourself, okay? And the reason why I've actually blocked out Miss Alexandra's face from this screenshot is purely because this screenshot, when it was sent to me, the pause frame wasn't necessarily the best pause frame of Miss Alexandra Rodriguez. And you know me, I'm not here to make fun of her. I'm not here to bash her. I'm not here to, kind of do anything like that. So because it's kind of like a screenshot where it's like, I'm like, listen, I'm not looking to embarrass her in that kind of aspect. I'm here just to call her out, simple as that. But anyway, with that being said though, so the comment here itself at hand says, there is literally 2 minutes of this video where no product is being pushed on you. Oomph, where is the actual context? And of course, Miss Alexandra Rodriguez, in her own fine right, in her own respect, obviously decides to respond. And the response that she makes is, "Hi, love. In this 20-minute vlog, only 3 minutes are sponsored. Feel free to skip if you would prefer, or check out my last two video, or check out my last video 2 days ago, which was not sponsored. Kiss, hug, kiss, hug." Okay, fantastic. So now, obviously, there was another comment, of course, and the next one said, "I thought the same thing. One product push after another. Definitely missing the old vlogs," okay? And therefore, there was another comment, as you can see here, where someone else came up by saying, "I think people forget she's an influencer, so naturally there will be videos where she is pushing products. It's literally part of her job, and I know I have personally found some good products from things she has recommended. In the grand scheme of things, a few product pushes on a 20-minute video is not that bad." Now, obviously, in response to this, somebody decided to say, in this video, in this video, the 98% is a product push. There is no other content than the couple of minutes where she talked about the treadmill and the series. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, there are so many different comments that are coming back and forth. Now, let me just finalize this by reading the last comment, the one that was actually by Miss Alexandra Rodriguez, and then I will pause this for you. She comes out and responds by saying, I'm sorry, this video is not all product push. Part of my job is to try new products and let you guys know, how I like. In this video, I'm reviewing a new do you know what? Sorry, my screen is so. Let me just disappear real quick and enlarge my background because boy, it is way too. What's it I'm looking for? It doesn't matter. Anyway, let's go. She says, okay, here we are. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. So she goes, in this video, I'm reviewing a new self-tanner, not product push, and given a hair tutorial, not product push. Of course, I lick the products because people ask for that and get upset when I don't. I honestly feel like I can't do anything right here. This is what most people are doing online and get no hate for it. I appreciate you guys so much, but if you don't like me or my content, you're not being forced to watch, you know? I am trying my best here to make content still during a pandemic. Now, obviously, within this moment in time, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of comments here that's been made. But one thing that I'm going to say is before I show you the next one is that, you know what, let me pause it real quick. And so let me not pause it. Let me disappear. I'm going to give you a couple. So pause it, guys. Okay, you pause it? Fantastic. Okay, you're back. Fantastic. Now I'm back too. So this is what I'm going to say in the grand scheme of things. Before I move on to the next screenshot, but there's another one, and trust me, the next one is the one that is so deja freaking vu. But with that being said though, is there anything with someone pushing a product? In my opinion, absolutely not. Why? Because of course YouTube is a business. At the end of the day, when you come on YouTube, the whole idea is for you to make content, and then eventually once you make your content, you start to get sponsors, and once you get sponsors, obviously you get more and more and more. Now obviously when you get the sponsors, it's up to you to choose which ones you want and which ones you don't want. Some people take them all, but at the same time though, when you do sponsor yourself in certain aspects, doesn't mean that you then end up pushing. Does it then mean that you end up, making your content predominantly more based on the sponsor itself? Absolutely not. The product, the video itself still has to be a vlog. But if someone says I'm clicking on a vlog, then they're expecting a vlog with or without the product push. Now, of course, in this one here, she does come out to say to an alright that 2 of the products were not a product push. They were both just her reviewing them and giving her opinion, which is understandable, which is understandable, and I get it. I really do get it. But at the same time, though, if you've already sponsored a video, okay, if you've already made a video and you've got a sponsor behind it, right? The rest of the video really shouldn't necessarily be about you pushing other things, because therefore when you are reviewing something anyway, you're still pushing that product. And in some grand scheme of things, sometimes when people push things, they're still pushing things for a narrative to get the sponsor or whatever, right? So what I think the problem here is that people are frustrated that, yeah, get sponsored by a video, and then what happens is you take the sponsor, which is fantastic, but then when you make the video, you then talk about other products upon products upon products. So therefore, the whole video becomes a selling video, not necessarily a vlogging video. That's why it's better to sponsor whatever you got to sponsor at the beginning, at the middle, or at the end of the video, whichever way it is best. And then the rest of the video is predominantly just you vlogging about your life, whether that you be going out and about and doing your thing, X, Y, Z, whatever it is. That's what people want to see, because if they fell in love with the vlogs, then they fell in love with the vlogs. It's just that simple. So therefore, really and truly, yes, there's tons of people who get sponsors as well, and they obviously have sponsors per video. But at the same time, though, in those videos, though, are those videos dominated by a sponsor after a push of a review, or are they with a sponsor and then after that it's purely a vlog for the next 18 minutes? There's a big difference. So I can understand the frustration, but to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, that is not the biggest problem that we have today. And that is the problem. That is the problem. The problem is that's not the biggest. Oopsie daisy. The problem is that this is the biggest problem that we have today. And it pains me so much that this is the biggest problem, because like I said before, this is literally deja vu. And again, just like before, I will disappear at one point and give you guys a chance to read these by your own accord. Now, let's start off. I'm not going to read all of them, okay? I'm just going to start off with the first one itself initially, where it says there was a big thread in the comments that I was following. It's all been deleted. None of the comments were nasty or hateful. They were simply saying what a lot of us are thinking. You can't even make a valid comment anymore if it's not full of praise. And you know what? Absolutely. I like the fact the person said that, because that's what we do here, you know? We say what we got to say, but we say it in no hateful way whatsoever, which I guess why people decide to come to here to vent themselves, because they can't do it elsewhere. Well, they can't do it. It matters the most, you know what I mean? But anyway, with that being said alone, and the thread that this person is talking about is the one that I just read to you. The one that I just read to you is a thread that has now gone completely MIA. It's gone AWOL. It is not there. It's finito, been deleted. And that's why I say we're here back again with deja vu. Now, to be honest with you, these comments are probably going to be deleted at some point anyway. So I guess it's a good thing that people are now... I guess it's a good thing that now when people comment, they also then just decide to delete their comments. You know what I mean? At the same time, which is fantastic. I mean, no, sorry. I guess now when people comment, people are now screenshotting them to keep record of them, because they know they're going to go. You know what I mean? Which is so sad, so sad. But listen, like I said, I get hate comments too. I get misunderstood comments too. But listen, man, I'll let them sit there. I don't really care, you know? Let people have their opinion, you know what I mean? You're entitled, right? Anyway, with that being said though, obviously, people came back and said, you know, I commented on that thread too. She can't even take any type of criticism, even if it's her true fans and followers voicing concerns. You know, I commented too. It was deleted. I was just stating how I felt. Just write a comment. You know what I mean? And maybe because, and then somebody came in and was supportive and said, maybe it's because it's BS. Alex is the same as she always been. She is just working through COVID, which ain't easy. I wish folks would just be supportive, understanding. You know what? This is the thing though, you know, we are all working through COVID, you know, and at the same time, there's a lot of people who don't even have jobs through COVID, you know, and at the same time, there's a lot of people who are going through serious mental health through COVID. And one thing that people don't want is maybe to be influenced in a way that isn't necessarily the best way. And that's the problem that we have at hand here, you know, for some people. Some people are like, hey, like, what are you doing, man? You know what I mean? But at the same time though, let's put it this way. I myself, you know, I have my own full-time job, but at the same time, I also have YouTube, right? Now, let's just forget that I had a full-time job, right? And I just had a YouTube. To be honest with you, I would feel hella privileged right now to be a YouTuber at this moment in time, because at least I'll be getting some form of an income compared to people that are not getting them at all. And that's something that I guess that comment really doesn't. That's why this comment here is irrelevant when you talk about, you know, she's working through COVID, which ain't easy. I wish folks would be supportive. It's like, yo, she's working. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are not, you know. But end of the day, the one of the responses that were given was, I beg to differ. Has arguably COVID has affected her job the least when compared to a lot of people. Exactly. Large trips aside, she's go shopping, takes small trips, takes small road trips, and works from home just like she always has. I don't think the pandemic is part of a contact problem. Absolutely, it is not. And if anything, there's a lot of people that have actually built a empire on YouTube since COVID. You know what I mean? I'm one of those people at the same time. So, I rebranded, you know what I mean? No, like I made another channel. I got another one by another one, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, of course. So therefore, we can't use, I don't think COVID should be an excuse for any YouTuber unless you are a travel vlogger. It's different. If you're a travel vlogger YouTuber, then yeah, I can understand it changes your content a little bit for the time being. But at the same time, you can still make other videos for the meantime, you know what I mean? Keep you occupied. It's not rocket science, is it really and truly? But hey, people be people, right? And one thing that I do want to say though is very interesting is that people talk about, and this is something that I want to talk about when it comes to the sponsors. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to leave that into the end of the video. Now, there was this comment here, which was a very large one, very interesting one. I think part of the criticism is that we're not seeing a clear direction from you and where your channel is and where your channel is headed. Lifestyle vlogging and fashion and beauty, structured content are two different things. I think a lot of people open a vlog and expect to see just that, vlogging. Follow me around the house, daily routine, cleaning, whatever. When someone chooses to watch a vlog and then gets a bunch of beauty focused product reviews and hair tutorials, it's unexpected. I think you've been lumping content all into one, and it does make you seem like a product pushing because no one really expects it in a vlog unless it's at the beginning, right, or whatever. Yeah, personally, I think the self-tan review and the Miranda Frey jewelry haul should be a separate video of /videos for your vlogs. It separates the content and then people won't have to skip through the video. And now what that is, I like that. I like that advice. That is advice. That's the breaking down. And this goes back to what I was saying, right? But listen, let's talk about the Elton. Hold a minute. Let me disappear real quick. Let me disappear. 5, 4. Okay, you pause it. Okay, good, fantastic. You're all back. Let's come back to reality. Now, listen. One thing that I've learned. I learned this yesterday. In America. If you are a vlogger who does clothing hauls, which is what Miss Alexandra Rodriguez does, when you get your taxes in, you cannot actually tax the clothes that you buy for your vlogs, because obviously when you buy something for your business, you can deduct that from your taxes, right? That's something that you can do. Now with clothing, when it comes to clothing hauls and even mukbang per se, there is a fine line where they may not accept it. Reason being is because if you buy clothes, they can, the government can easily say, well, how do we not know that you just bought those? How do we not know that you didn't buy those clothes for just general wear? Same thing with food as well. How do we not know you just didn't make that food for dinner, right? So therefore, it can't necessarily always be claimed under your taxes. But if you are given, if the clothes you're wearing in a video are actually sponsored, all right, okay, or the food you're eating is actually sponsored and has been sent to you, you can claim that. Now that might be an indication of why obviously a lot of vloggers right now who do clothing hauls are probably, smashing out those sponsors, which is fantastic. You know what I mean? They got to make their money, right? And they're going to make sure when the tax comes, they don't get taxed as much as, you know what I'm saying? And I respect it. I love it, but at the same time though, I think when we compare to other people on YouTube, the difference is so far from what I've seen anyway, is that usually if they do, usually it doesn't feel like the whole video is then like a complete product push, you know what I mean? That is the fine line difference. But at the same time, is there other YouTubers out here behaving similar to Miss Alexandra Rodriguez? Most probably. The only thing is that we just have to find them. So if you know anyone else who's pretty much behaving the same kind of way and it's affecting you in a way that you don't like, let me know and we can see what we can do to hold them accountable. Let's keep it 100. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that I believe the reason why there's such a product push all the time anyway from so many YouTubers, but obviously I think Miss Alexandra Rodriguez, I guess she overdoes it to an extent where people are now not liking it. The problem is maybe it's just a thing of where, trying to avoid the tax thing in terms of getting overtaxed, X, Y, Z. But listen, I'm just saying that out of a whim. I'm not saying that is 100% the situation, but I'm just letting you know that is something that I learned yesterday of how things work in the USA when it comes to the tax. So maybe that is a thing that is obviously, but then again, at the same, no, that is a thing, yeah, and you wouldn't, yeah. So, but hey, listen, that's information that I learned. The source that told me it, is quite credible, so I'm pretty sure the source was solid. But if you can contest that and tell me otherwise, then please let us know in the comment section, you know what I mean? But at the same time, you guys let me know what you think about everything that we spoke about today, and I shall see you guys in the comment section. Thank you so much for your time, and hopefully you subscribe, you know what I mean? Peace.